violence in Belfast this afternoon during the funeral of the IRA hunger striker Joe McDonnell. As his coffin was being taken to the Milltown Cemetery, the procession stopped in Andersonstown, and several masked men fired a volley of shots over his coffin. Soon afterwards, an army patrol swooped on a house where they believed the masked men had gone. Some of the crowd began stoning the troops, and rubber bullets were fired. Brian Hanrahan was there.
A couple of thousand people accompanied the coffin with its tricolour, IRA symbols and paramilitary escort. Many more waited along the way, especially at the point in Andersonstown where a volley of shots is traditionally fired. Normally the army just observed from the air, but this time they were hidden in the back streets waiting for the firing party. As they tried to capture them, they were spotted, and hundreds of youths surged up the side streets throwing stones. The fighting started before the coffin had gone on its way. Both civilian and army ambulances arrived, but it's not known who was hurt or how badly. Soon the fighting had reached the main street where the funeral procession had been, and many people were trapped in doorways or on church steps. There's still doubt about what happened, but it's believed the army captured the firing party and their weapons.
There was a top-level meeting on the IRA hunger strikers this afternoon in London. The government agreed to the Irish government's request to meet two of its senior ministers. The Northern Ireland Secretary, Humphrey Atkins, and Sir Ian Gilmore of the Foreign Office met Professor James Doog, who was to become the Irish Foreign Minister, and the acting Foreign Minister, Mr. John Kelly. The two Irish ministers are concerned at the failure of attempts to end the hunger strikes. A short while ago, at a news conference, the Irish ministers talked about their aims. Here's what the acting Foreign Minister, Mr. John Kelly, had to say.
What we're trying to do is to urge on the British government the really deadly urgency from the points of view which I mentioned to you earlier, the effect on public opinion in the Republic, the destabilizing effect on the Republic's public opinion, the pressure which any Dublin government, I don't just mean ours, must come under when it's trying to hold the line, on the one hand, against violence and in favor of decent relationships between ourselves and the neighbouring country, on the one hand, while at the same time trying to settle this problem in which so many people are so deeply emotionally involved.
The Prime Minister has been